Hello everyone. It's been a while since I've been able to record. It looks like I'm driving to work now, but there is some sunlight, throughout the winter. I guess previously during daylight savings time, every time I was driving, it was dark. I wanted to maybe record some videos at home, but I didn't get to. Didn't get to do that yet. So, but and also because usually when I'm at home, and also if you didn't know, I'm currently in school. So I am in CRNA school. Luckily with my program, it is initial first year is online didactic, front loaded. Some of the students that are in the program, they said they were able to balance some work and school at the same time. So far, I've been able to balance I've been able to balance work and school as well. Trying to put my work schedule right now around my class time. My class times are Tuesdays and Thursdays, so it's a lot of work in regards to within the weekend for me. My week starts Sunday, so I've been working almost every Sunday, and every Friday as well, and then a day in between Wednesday. It does get it is challenging. I'm not gonna say it's easy. It is challenging because pretty much my routine is just work, school, work, sleep, school. I do try to fit in some healthy activities in there, like continuing going to the gym. Going to the gym early, like around between 8 and 9, so I get my workout out of the way, and then I can just focus on school. Thankfully, thank God, so far I've been successful in my exams. I've had 3 exams so far. 2 for health assessment, 1 midterm for advanced pathophysiology. So that's one thing I had previously mentioned in a video, and I also recommend, if you have, even before applying to CRNA school, see if you can get some classes under your belt, because if you do, they'll give you credit for some of your classes, like advanced health assessment. Depends on the class. I mean, maybe advanced health assessment. I know for me it was just that. Unfortunately, I didn't take that one. I took advanced patho at the time, but I didn't get any credit for that. So just look into your program, see if you can take any of those classes. You want to take those classes, I recommend it strongly as part of your boosting your admission criteria or your profile, admission profile. So definitely look into that. But going back into the video, I've been able to set up a routine for myself in regards to studying. So I'm still working nights, so some nights, luckily, when things die down a little bit, I may have like an hour or 2 to be able to do some studying after I've done all my assessments and hand out meds and making sure my patients are safe. But so you may have an hour or 2. So that's been helpful. And then when I go home, I sleep, and when I wake up, my routine is eat and right into studying. I try to use a 20-minute on, 5-minute off process, and I do listen to maybe some like lo-fi study music, just something like I can't focus too much. Maybe I have ADHD, I don't know, when it's too quiet. I can, but I just like a little side music, Even when I sleep, I like a little background noise. But so that's my routine. 20 minutes of hard studying, no interruptions. Then I'll get give myself 5 minutes of a break, stand up, stretch, get a snack, something like that. And so far the routine has been helpful. A book that I recommend, which is also a book that we're reading in my class, is called Make It Stick, and it's just studying techniques for the adult learner. Because once you're in a graduate school program, I guess specifically I'm talking about CRNA now. In a CRNA program, the information that you learn in school, you're going to, you're not learning it just to pass the exam on that particular exam date. This information needs to be with you for your lifetime now. You have to know it for your exam. Obviously, you want to be able to pass the program. You need it for your exam, you need it for your boards, and you need it continually as you practice as a CRNA. So, some of the terms you may learn, I guess, by reading this book are interweaving information, what else? Frequent quizzing. You learn about space learning. So just those are just some of the techniques, but you'll learn more ways to be able to strengthen your memory, strengthen the neural connections of this information to when you need fast recall. So yeah, if you can get that book, I don't know the author right now, but that's the title, Make It Stick. So even before you can apply to a program, if you got this book under your belt, you'll be way ahead of schedule. That will help you out. And not just for academic, but just in life learning. Let me see. And one thing that has been helpful too is just in regards to being really organized. I think some of the class representative ahead of us, they kind of give us some tips. So definitely be organized. Use a Google Doc. Once you start your semester, put all your dates, all your classes in one Google Doc, all your dates. You can put in a crossed out format, so as you go along, you can cross out everything you do. There's some educational platforms that help with note taking and note organization. It's been very helpful for me. I've been using Notebook LM. I've been using OneNote. I've been using RemNote as well. So I use RemNote and Notebook LM for the quiz making capacity, flashcard making capacity, summary, also creation, and then in my note, what do you call it? In my OneNote, I have the PowerPoint presentations or PDFs with notes from the lecture notes. So just finding different ways to make the information stick. And like I said, I've been blessed to have been accepted into a program, and now I gotta put in my part and make sure I do my part, and obviously pass my classes and finish the program. And one thing I've been doing more frequently too is listening to the AANA podcast. So I recommend you stay on top of that. You learn a lot of useful information. Some of my professors have been, sure you'll see in most other, whatever school you go to, you'll probably see one of your professors in one of the podcasts at some point. Because these professors, some of the professors, most of them I would say are still practicing, so still got very useful information for students to utilize. So check that out. Let me see. I'll talk about maybe another date. I don't want data dump too much, but just to kind of give you a heads up of me coming back with videos. And also, let me see. I guess sometimes too. I guess when I'm off in the mornings, as soon as I get up, brush my teeth, eat breakfast, I go straight to studying. So I'm not, looking my best. So that's why I don't record videos just yet. But I guess maybe after I go to the gym, come back and shower, maybe I can I'm gonna see if I can make the effort to do that. To at least put a 5-10 minute video just to give you an update. But that's where I've been. I've been studying, keeping my head over, or head on my screen, I guess. Reading assignments, PDFs, reading books on the monitor. Some additional stuff, I'll talk about that later once I move further into the program. But I'll probably continue working just through this year, because once I start clinicals, definitely not gonna have time to be able to work and do school clinical. So I'm still working, and I'm continuing to rack up a little, or put aside some money for the next 2 years, when that money's gonna really come in handy. So let me know if you have any questions. Let me know how I can help. Once you're in the program, it's very, it's gonna be stressful. So you gotta find your footing. Get your routine. Some individuals study. You're encouraged to find like a study group. I haven't found a study group yet. It's just my schedule is a little off, so it's gonna be challenging to meet with other people, and I like my flexibility right now. But if that's something that may benefit you, definitely find a study group once you're in. Let me see what else. It is stressful, especially in most schools. They have a high high academic standards. So like a B+ for me in my school is from like 88 to like a 92. So if you get a 92 in an exam, that's a B+. You think it's A-, but that's a B+. And you can't get anything lower than a B, which I think is pretty much the standard for most schools. So that academic stress or pressure is always there for you to be able to that push you or know your information. And then the other part, you want to also know the information for long term. So even though I've already had, I think I said 3 exams under my health assessment. No, actually I had 2 exams under my health assessment course. I'm studying module 3 now for an exam at the end of this month, of March. But I'm also at the same time trying to re-review some of the information from my prior exam, from the initial module, because the final exam is going to be all cumulative. So re-reviewing the information, some of the information, hopefully just quick quick passes, quick skims. That way I can again strengthen that memory, that core memory, that those synaptic pathways to be able to recall information much faster. Kind of like riding a bike or driving. You do it on a daily basis. It almost becomes second nature. So yeah, 15 minutes in already. So yeah, that's it. I'm back. I'll try to do more frequent videos. About the process, my experiences. This week I just finished my spring break. I was off school. I also found time. I asked for some PTO from work, so I didn't have to be commuting to work. So it was a nice, relaxing period. I did have some assignments I had to do, but I was able to chill my brain for a little bit. But now Sunday, now back to the grind. We got another, I guess, month and a half, and I'm gonna see if I can finish strong with some strong grades at the end. So thank you for watching. If you're looking to apply, keep doing your thing, stay focused, and thank you for watching. Be thankful for everything in your life, your family, your opportunities, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Take care.